Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that this makes sense. We're going to try to do one problem real quickly. We are going to use 240 degrees as our example, and we have to do these three things. We've got to draw the angle in standard position, convert the angle to radian measure using exact values. That's important. And then we're going to make sure we name the reference angle in both degrees and in radians. Okay, so let's start by first, of course, just drawing this in standard position. Standard position is easy for 240 degrees. We know it's 90 to get to here, another 90 to get to here, so that's 180. So 240 is going to be another 60 past that. So that's going to get us somewhere down here, meaning that this angle is a 60-degree angle. We said and so that's the angle drawn in standard position. Now, to convert the angle to radian measure, we said that 360 was always equal to 2 pi. So that's the relationship. 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi. That is the same thing. So if I'm trying to go from angle or from degrees to radians, I always multiply by pi over 180. If I have an angle in degrees and I want to go to radians, I multiply by pi over 180, and that will give me the same angle but in radians. If I have an angle in radians, but I want to go to degrees, I multiply it by 180 divided by pi. And that will give me the same angle, but in degrees. The easiest way to keep these straight from each other, whether using pi over 180 or 180 over pi, is you think about what it is you have and what it is you want. If I have an angle in degrees, then it does not have a pi attached to it. And so I need this pi right here, because radian measure has a pi. If I have it in radians, then it has a pi attached to it, so I need to be dividing by pi so that it goes away for when I'm measuring it in degrees. So then, I'm going to go ahead and take 240 degrees and multiply it by pi over 180. That's going to give me 240 pi over 180. The zeros cancel out, and I've got 24 over 18 pi. Both of those numbers are divisible by 6, and so I'm going to say 6 goes into 24 4 times. And 6 goes into 18 3 times. So I have 4/3 pi. So that means 240 degrees is equal to 4/3 pi. And then, all right, for the third one, it said find the measure of the reference angle in both degrees and in radian. And obviously the reference angle is easy. We already kind of looked at that. The reference angle is 60 degrees. So 60 degrees, that's what it is in degrees. And then to convert that to radians, you go 60 degrees times pi over 180. That gives me 60 pi over 180. The zeros cancel out. I've got 6 pi over 18. Both are divisible by 6. So that gives you pi over 3. And the problems are that easy every time. You had to graph it in standard position. You had to go ahead and convert it to radians, then find the reference angle and take the reference angle and convert it to radians. So what I know is this is a picture of the angle 240 degrees, which is the same thing as 4 pi over 3. And that 4 pi over 3 has a reference angle of pi over 3. And the angle 240 degrees has a reference angle of 60 degrees. Hope that's helpful.